This would be a great team if this was 6 years ago. If Russell Wilson still had his great mobility, still had his great attitude. But you're not buying a 28-year-old Russell Wilson. You're buying a 36-year-old Russell Wilson. He's higher maintenance. He's not a locker room guy. He's not a leader. He's stubborn, and he's cocky. Those aren't good things to be if you're starting for 1 year with a team and then moving on. By the way, the Steelers are a blue-collar, working-class city. I don't see that from Russell Wilson. Married to a pop star, houses in Los Angeles, Gatorade commercials. I don't see like it's a good fit. Like Brady with the Bucs, it was a good fit. Rodgers, New York, he wanted to get out of the Green Bay. It's a good fit. I just don't see how this is a good fit. 1 year contract with Mike Tomlin. You have guys like George Pickens who are characters. I don't see how this is a good fit. I don't. And if you're a Steelers fan right now, if you're a Steelers fan, are you really happy about acquiring Russell Wilson for 1 year? Like, are you really happy? Because once you get past the Twitter excitement and the YouTube highlights and the social media uploads from Russell Wilson, are you really excited about this move? Or would you be more excited if Justin Fields came along, signed an 8, 9, 10-year deal with Mike Tomlin, with those playmakers, and started from scratch? I don't think there's any way that the Steelers will win the Super Bowl next year. I wouldn't put money on them to win the division or even come in second place in the division. So why would you get an older, stubborn quarterback on a 1 year deal with a tough, physical head coach in a tough city? It doesn't work. And in Chicago, I didn't love Justin Fields, but one thing I loved about him is he was coachable. He was a leader. He was a good kid. He was ready to learn, and he was confident. I just don't see that from Russell Wilson. I see a stubborn, old, angry quarterback who wants one more chance with a great team to win one more Super Bowl because he didn't get his second. They didn't hand it off to Marshawn Lynch. I see that. I don't see a guy who really wants to turn the Steelers around. I think he wants to turn his legacy around, and that's not a good trait if you're going to be a quarterback for 1 year. And back to the point about this misconception that Rodgers going to the Jets and Brady going to the Bucs are very similar to Russell Wilson going to the Broncos or the Steelers. When Brady went to the Broncos, that division was awful. He had playmakers. There were low standards in Tampa. When Rodgers went to the Jets, it was a weaker division. He was the best quarterback in that division, and it was a great location for him. Like, Pittsburgh isn't a good location for Russell Wilson. The division is tough. He's not the best quarterback in his own division, and it's a 1 year deal. It's a horrible contract. You could say, oh, but it's 1 year and, the money, we didn't pay him that much. It's 1 year. You're paying for 1 year of a chance to win the Super Bowl. That's never going to work. It's the Michael Batson Show on YouTube. Subscribe.